everyone. Welcome to Thursdays at 3. It's already Thursday, July 7th, 2022. So glad that you're joining us today on this beautiful July day. And guys, it's going to be a great Thursdays at 3. We have two of our awesome Academy students that are joining me today to talk about none other than 42nd Street. It's going to be a great interview with both amazing, talented performers. I'm your host, Jason Crespin. That's my name right there. And glad you guys are watching. Happy July. It's our first Thursdays at 3 of this season, our 22-23 season. In fact, we came up with this cool little photo thing. Look at that. Our 2022-23 season with pictures of last year's main stage and adventure space shows. We just updated, I think, our Facebook cover page with that photo. But yep, it's here. June wrapped up our last season. We're now entering our 95th season here at ALT. And so I was not able to do a Thursdays at 3 last week, so this is my official first Thursdays at 3 of our 2022-23 season. So glad you're watching. If you're watching, make a comment. Let us know who's watching. We always love seeing our amazing ALT warriors and patrons and fans and all that good stuff. What's going on at ALT? A lot of people think, oh, it's summer, you guys aren't doing much. No, guys, we still have jam-packed summer. Of course, June, we had camp started back up, recitals. We had our ALT special event with Kelly O'Hara. We had our big ALT celebration. It was just awesome. And rehearsals for, of course, 42nd Street. We want to, of course, remind you that our ALT 2022-23 season starts off with 42nd Street, and you can get your season tickets still. Just go over to our website, or of course, call our box office at any point. If you go to our website, scroll down, you'll see that season tickets button. Takes you, of course, where you can get your season tickets, different memberships. Of course, those are for all of our amazing shows of our 2022-23 season. Also includes our 3 Academy shows that are not listed on there. Of course, we start off with 42nd Street, which will start this coming, tomorrow. Not even this coming week. I can't even say that because it is this coming week, but it's tomorrow. And then, of course, a great 2 more shows in our season for our Academy that will get announced at the big kind of open house reveal party in August. Can't wait to talk more about that. It's always such a fun. For us theater people who did no sports, I mean, yes, there are some people who do sports and theater, more power to them. But for people who did not do sports, that kind of reveal open house is like a big pep rally for us theater kids. And so I can understand why sports people like a good pep rally. We got excited as well. Speaking about getting excited, just around the corner, if you've not heard, we have auditions for our first Adventure Space play. That is Significant Other, directed by Terry Wilson, who made this great Save the Day. I love it. If you don't know, Significant Other involves a couple of weddings, if you will. She made this great graphic of "You're cordially invited to audition for Significant Other." Auditions are July 11th and 12th at 7:30. You can audition either one of those days. We want to make sure you guys are aware on our website at the very bottom. If you go to our website at the very bottom of the main page, you'll see a section that says cast list and audition information. And under there is the link for the audition packet for Significant Other. So all the great information is in there. Tells you when dates of rehearsals will be and all that good stuff. Character descriptions, the whole 9 yards. So if you're interested in auditioning, check out that information for Significant Other. Again, auditioning at the ALT Adventure Space July 11th and 12th. Hephaestus says sports people. Listen, I didn't do much sports. I played a little bit of tennis in middle school, and that was the extent of it. Yeah, my whole family is sports, and I was not. So it's okay though. But yeah, so Significant Other auditions around the corner. And we also have auditions coming around the corner. If you have not heard yet, we will get the information. An email blast is about to go out, and the audition packet will go up just as soon as I'm off of Thursdays at 3. But I know some people have been asking, but yes, Guys and Dolls auditions, which is the first main stage musical of our 2022-23 season. Those are going to be July 18th and 19th. Either a day, those auditions, 7:30 at ALT main stage. We'll have more information in an email that's going to be going out, and then we'll make sure to get that posted, the packet with audition forms and the whole 9 yards on our website. So July 18th and 19th, you heard it here first. Guys and Dolls, auditions. And then, of course, we want to remind you, check out our website or call our box office. Of course, that number is 806-355-9991 or our website, amarillo.littletheater.org. We still have some amazing, amazing camps, some great classes going on in our ALT Academy. We have our Curtain Up Camp, which is our kind of more of our 8th grade through 12th grade camp. Great theater camp that's going to go up in July. We have costume class coming up. We have some other dance camps coming around the corner as well. So if you're interested in any of those, call our box office or check out our website. We would love to still get you in for any of those camps. We also have some great volunteer opportunities coming up, especially with ushering or working concession, with a couple of shows coming up, of course, with 42nd Street, different things like that. You can always email our volunteer coordinator, Lissa at amarillo.littletheater.org, or again, give her a call, 806-355-9991, in case you are interested in helping with, volunteering by ushering or working concession or anything like that. We'd love to get some volunteers to help out. And then I think that was all of let me double check my list. Yeah, that's all my big announcements. So let's get to why you're really here. And that's, of course, to see Claire Attaway and Ashlyn Baum, stars of the great hit 42nd Street. That's right. It's going to be a great big hit for our Academy. Let's bring them on. Claire Attaway and Ashlyn Baum. Yay! Hello. I need like an audience clap thing or something that I can play to or like a cut to a band playing as you guys come in. Claire Attaway, Ashlyn Baum, not only are you both alphabetically in the right order, you guys are killing it in 42nd Street. First, remind us, Claire Attaway, who are you, how old are you, and who do you play in 42nd Street?
Well, I'm Claire Attaway. I'm 15, and I play Peggy Sawyer.
Peggy Sawyer, and you are about to be a 9th grader, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. And then Ashlyn Baum, tell us who you are, what you do.
I'm Ashlyn Baum, and I'm playing Dorothy Brock in 42nd Street, and I'm 16, about to be a junior.
I can't believe Ashlyn Baum's about to be a junior. That still blows my mind. Claire, Claire's in 6th grade in my head, but Ashlyn, I feel like you are also like a 6th grader because you've always been this height. So I feel like you just have stayed in my mind as a 6th, 7th, 8th grader.
6th grader.
Yeah. The moment you got your braces off, though, it was like game changer. I was like, wait, why is this college girl in my classes? Oh, it's Ashlyn Baum and she's 12. I love it. So first off, how much fun are you guys having in 42nd Street?
So much.
Right? You guys look like you are having a blast. All of I haven't seen much rehearsals. You guys, of course, had day rehearsals and then switched over to nights. But when you had day rehearsals, we could hear you guys dancing and singing and the whole 9 yards. And it looked like you guys were just having a blast. Before we get into much of 42nd Street, I first want to start. Claire, let's start with you. Remind us, how did you get involved in the Academy? What was your first show, first class? What got you involved?
Oh, well, first, one of my greatest friends since I was a toddler was Cameron Wolf. And so I heard so much about ALT from her. Then I started going to school with Sydney Nixon. So she also encouraged me. Finally convinced my mom to take a theater dance class. And my first show was Honk.
Good old Honk. Such a fun show. I loved Honk. Yeah. Which we should say, because there's been a lot of versions of Honk. You were our 3rd version of Honk. Honk was done 100 years ago. And then I directed it a long time ago. And then now the most recent version. Yeah. I love it. And then Ashlyn, remind us, how did you get involved with ALT?
When I was baby, 3, I did ballet, and then I was like, no, I'm scared. And then when I was 6, my mom was like, okay, you're going to this class now. And I was like, okay. And here I am.
And I'm gonna guess, was your first show Aladdin?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Yeah. Yes. Every now and then I can still remember people's first show. Claire, I knew yours was Honk. I let you say that, but I wanted to prove to Ashlyn that I might have still remembered that Aladdin. And Aladdin still holds the record. It was our largest cast. We had 100 people in that cast. 100, actors on stage, not crew, we had 100 on stage. And because of that show, I have 100 white hairs on my head, but it's fine. We sacrifice our vanity for ALT. Ashlyn, with you, I was going to talk about, of course, taking classes and different things. You've started off in dance, then have done theater classes as well, vocal classes, the whole nine yards. You have always had this amazing voice. When did you discover that you had this singing voice?
Oh gosh. I started taking voice lessons with Katie Ely,
Uh-huh.
and then I was like, okay, this is fun. I like
Yeah.
this. And that was I think I started those when I was like 8.
Yeah.
And then it just felt I felt really powerful when I sang, because obviously
Sure.
I had this control that not everyone has.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, your voice was always way more mature than your age. And so it was like, man, Ashlyn's always like up for these parts that vocally she could totally do, but doesn't make sense because she's like 9 years old. You know what I mean?
right.
So it was always like, man, so it's so fun to see you now come into the roles that you've been able to sing for years, but are now the appropriate age to start playing, which is just awesome, I think. And developing your voice and all of your skills here has just been great as well.
Absolutely. This has been a growing experience for sure.
Yeah. And then Claire, I want to talk to you. I mean, you come from basically a music family. Both
Yeah.
your parents sing, everyone, I feel like you had singing lessons in when you were in the womb, before you were even born, you were like, oh, I know how to sing now. Have you always had just music growing up?
I haven't been trained in music my entire life by paid teachers. I learned piano
Right.
from my mom for a while, and then I took piano for a really long time, but I got tired and quit. So yeah.
Well, but you also are great at music theory. You were taking the homeschool musical class and you were coming in, I know, knew all of the things, coming in with the homework done. And so you really do know music. You not just can sing, but you've studied aspects of music at a very young age, which I think is very, very smart.
Yes. Then I also started voice lessons not too long ago, last year. And so that's been pretty fun.
Yeah, no, I love that. Carla Fristo, we've had the Fristos watching, which I love. I love the Fristo fans. Carla says, "What beauty's on the screen today?" I know she's talking about this one, this beauty right here, this face.
Yes.
So thanks, Carla. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, no, it definitely helps having Ashlyn and Claire up the beauty persona of Thursdays at 3. Thank you, Hugh. See, Hugh just said all three of you. See, Hugh's my man. I appreciate that. So obviously you guys have grown up in the academy, you've taken so many classes and stuff like that. Do you think the classes that you've been taking have really prepared you for the shows that you've gotten to perform in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because if you think about it, you guys have really, I mean, you guys are growing up here at ALT, which is phenomenal. I know, Claire, of course, you do a lot of stuff with your church. Ashlyn, you've been a part of Broadway Evolved in New York, going again this year, just getting more training, which is great. With all aspects, because I know you guys have covered so many things. Just on a whim today, I know it changes daily. Right now, out of acting, singing, and dancing, right now, what is kind of your what you're leaning more into of what you maybe love to do a little bit more?
I know for me, not dancing.
Ashlyn's like, listen, I'm a mover that moves occasionally.
Yeah.
What about you? Yeah, but singing or acting then?
Oh gosh, that's why I love musicals so much, because
I know, agree, because you get to do them both. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Claire, what about you? I mean, gosh, you've been dancing as well.
I can't really choose one I like better. I love them all, but I usually get cast for dancing.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how you guys kind of find your niche of I'm a strong dancer, I'm a strong singer, or different things like that. And but it's great. I agree with musical theater where you get to do it all. Okay, so let's talk about 42nd Street. Remind us, Claire, who do you play in the show?
I play Peggy Sawyer. She really, really wants to be on Broadway. She's
like the new kid, right? She's a new kid in town in New York. It's I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and want to be in a show, right?
Yes.
I love it. I love that. And then Ashlyn, who do you play?
I play Dorothy Brock, this just absolute diva, classic Broadway.
Nothing broad-eyed or bushy-tailed about her. She is like, you're the Patti LuPone of Broadway, basically.
Yeah.
So I love that you guys are basically playing polar opposites. You know, Claire, you have this like hope and just like wonderment of the industry, and Ashlyn, you're like jaded, like you know the industry, you're talented, you know you're talented, and you're like, I want what I want, and I want to get it how I get it, kind of a thing. Yeah, I love it. I love that though, and we should tell people 42nd Street is about a great show about the Broadway industry, about putting on a show, and these, you know, there's a director and a choreographer and chorus girls and people who divas of the show and brand new people who come in to audition. Did you guys, whenever Miss Michaela announced 42nd Street, did you guys know what the show was about before that moment? No, yeah, no clue. No clue. No. I love that. I love that. As you guys learned about it, what got you excited that you then wanted to audition?
Oh my gosh. I listened to the soundtrack first, and
Yeah.
I was like, this is incredible. This sounds fun.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and there's songs, I mean, classic songs of the show
right.
that everyone kind of knows but didn't realize maybe that they came from 42nd Street.
It's like I listened to the soundtrack and I was like, I know that song and also that one.
Yeah, which we should say, Ashlyn, let us know, remind us again the name of your solo.
Which one?
The one that you sang at High Noon.
Oh, I Only Have Eyes for You.
Yes, classic standard, beautiful song. Everyone knows it. It's been sung at many a wedding. And people don't know that it came from this show. Claire, what about you? What made you think I want to audition for this show?
Lots of tap. There was so much tapping, and I'm just like, yes, okay, that's for me. Also, I saw the storyline, and I was like, this sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. I like how Ashlyn did not mention the tap.
It looks so good. They're incredible. I don't do it, but they look nice.
I love it. Well, we should mention both of you, of course, were in Newsies last year and of course part of that show. Ashlyn, though, maybe less of a dancer in Newsies. You did dance a little bit towards, halfway through the show, but you were a fantastic nun. You were a fantastic what were your names in the Miss Meadow? Bower, thank you, Beauties. Yes. Claire, though, you were right there as a tap dance and Newsie and all that stuff. Which I love. But agreed, everyone, I think, when I think of 42nd Street, I immediately think of the tap dancing, which is just iconic with this show. We should mention, we've already mentioned Michaela Guerin, of course, director, Brandon Beller, music director, Beth Alexander, who was on 2 Thursdays at 3 ago, does the choreography for the show and has done a phenomenal job. We just saw High Noon on the Square. I should show the photos. Yesterday, down at the courthouse, our amazing cast of 42nd Street performed. There's Claire there. She was introducing her number as she was singing. Great big, that was the opening number of the tap, I believe. Great huge production numbers. It was so fun. There's Miss Michaela, of course, introducing everyone. It was such great. You guys did such a great job, but you guys couldn't tap out there because of course the concrete, would have messed up your taps and stuff like that. So it was fun hearing and watching it, but it was like, I cannot wait even more. It was like a good teaser of what you guys will be doing in the show as far as the dancing goes. How has that been, Claire, with the dance for you guys?
It took a little while to get it all together, but it is so much fun, and I think we finally got it.
Yeah, I love that. One of your past performers, Zoe Paris, is so very proud of these two lovely ladies. They absolutely shine in these roles. I love that, Zoe. Also, maybe another Fristo, the Fristo family. I mean, they are 3 for 4. We just need the young one. But every aspect of this show is so beautiful. These two make the show. Oh my gosh, so kind of you, Mabry. Love that. I cannot wait. I'm seeing it tomorrow night. Cannot wait. I've tried to stay away. I wanted to sneak in, but I'm like, nope, I want to be surprised. I want to be an audience member just to enjoy the show. Very, very excited. We should also point, of course, the costumes. Tiffany Lauer did the costumes. We've seen some of these photos, but you guys look absolutely fantastic in the show. I cannot wait, just the whole period. Claire, remind us, what time period is the show set in?
It's during the 1930s, so right after the great stock market crash, the Great Depression. It's right during that. So this show would mean a lot to Julie Marsh, the director, and a lot to all the people in the cast, since it's like, wow, we've got jobs. We've actually
Yeah.
got jobs.
Well, and just that hope of working again, which if you think about it, I mean, that's kind of Broadway this past season where, they shut down, COVID shut down everything and there everyone is just so excited to be back on Broadway and to see shows and to perform in shows and I love that aspect of this show, which is kind of weird that it came back around this past season with performances. We should mention, I always feel a little guilty. Ashlyn, you know all about the good old shutdown of COVID. Ashlyn had our first big leading role in Anne of Green Gables. We were about to open the show, and then COVID hit, and we had no show. Luckily, we were able to bring all of you in, of course, and changed ALT to a film studio basically and filmed it and presented it digitally. But I mean, always feel like yeah missed out on that first kind of leading part as far as a live audience. For this time around, Ashlyn, how does it feel having a great big part in a big musical?
So good. It's just every single time I'm in a show, like I realize like how much joy theater brings me, and it's just I'm truly at my happiest when I'm performing, and
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. What can I say?
Yeah, I love that. And Claire, what about you? This is your first big leading role. The show's on your shoulders. Like, how do you feel? Like, I mean, you're a really young leading lady, which is exciting. Obviously, you have immense talent, or else the production team would not have selected you for this role. How does it feel going out there going, okay, I am the leading lady of the show and I gotta bring it every night?
It's pretty nerve-wracking at times, but it's so much fun, and everyone's so sweet about it, very encouraging. So yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Well, and you got to have that focus. You got to have, you already know the steps. You already know the songs. Like you guys have already put in all the work. You guys are ready for the show. Now it's just focusing in and making sure that you all do your jobs. If everyone does their job, everything is great. That's what I always say. I love that. I love that. Miss Dorothy says, I love you, Ashlyn. You girls are awesome. I love that. Oh, Kimberly says, love seeing new blood in the family. That's right, Kim. Our family trees just keep growing and growing, especially with our fantastic Academy students. We've talked about, of course, the huge dance numbers, and in fact, breaking news, this just in, I have a little sneak peek promo video that I can share, just a snippet, just a little taste, a little ounce, if you will, of some of the tap dancing that we'll see in the show. So let me go ahead and play that for you now. If that doesn't make you want to see the show, I'm like, I want to be up there tap dancing with y'all. Like, oh my gosh. And that's just like that much of the tap dancing. Like the amount of dancing in this show, that's not even showing vocals. That's not even showing the sets or the amazing acting that you guys are doing. I'm so excited. Oh, there's Cameron right there. She says, I'm so excited. One of your fellow dancers there. Kim says, impressive. I know their dancing is awesome. Oh, somebody close to your home, Ashlyn. Carolyn Baum says, it all looks so fun, high energy. I agreed. The energy of this show just looks absolutely fantastic. People, of course, loved the tap dancing numbers and the huge dance numbers and Newsies. We threw tap in for Wizard of Oz with the big kind of jitterbug number. So if you love those kind of aspects of our past shows, you are going to absolutely love 42nd Street. And we want you guys to get tickets. Get tickets. We, of course, want you to call our box office, 806-355-9991. Visit our website, amarillo-theater.org. Of course, talking about 42nd Street that runs starting tomorrow, Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30. Sundays at 2:30 this weekend and next weekend. So 6 chances to see the show. Without giving too much away, Claire, right now, like in this moment, if you will, what is your favorite part of the show? Like, again, not giving too much away, but is there a favorite scene or a favorite song or dance number that you look forward to every night?
I guess like it's really tight. I kind of have two, but like one of my really favorites is the very ending, the last dance number, 42nd Street. It's so much fun. There's a lot of attitude in it. I think it's so great.
Is that the one where y'all are like the saxophone music plays a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like watching yesterday, honey, and then that number came on. I was like, oh, okay, like everyone aged just a little bit in that number, but it was so cool. It was so cool. I could not wait to see it with the costumes and all the set pieces and stuff like that. I love that. Ashlyn, what about you? Is there a scene or a song or a moment that you're like, I love this every night?
Yeah, I'm just like Claire. I'm between two because for my favorite dance, it's definitely getting to be a habit because me and Wesley have this cute little choreography that is so funny, and we do it every single chance we get. We did it on the parade float in Canyon.
Love it, love it, love it.
And we have a blast every single time. And then also, I really love the Regency Club scene and Only Have Eyes. And
Yes, yeah.
that little section.
And again, these songs were in the money. 42nd Street, like these are songs that we have heard over and over again that we just did not know that they came from this show, which is super exciting. We should add set design by Tanner Robertson, of course. We talked about Tiffany Lauer working on costumes. Casey Humphrey serves as assistant director, Velvet Knight and Austin Jones as production assistants, and then assistant with the music is Mr. Jeffrey Pickens. So you guys have an amazing team. Of course, also amazing backstage crew and spotlight operators and microphone operators and the whole 9 yards. Like it's a full, huge production. Just because it's being done this summer doesn't mean we've cut back anything. Huge sets, costume pieces, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be a great show. What do you guys, when you go into developing your characters, do you guys have a process where you're like, this is how I like to develop my character? Of course, you have your script and you get your direction from Miss Michaela, but what else do you do to develop the characters? Ashlyn, let's start with you.
Oh, I guess it's different for each role, but for Dorothy specifically, I had to figure out ways to relate to her because her character, like surface level, you're not going to like her.
Yeah.
But finding like her motivation for things and Michaela was talking to me about this, like finding the reasons why she acts this way and why she's emitting these emotions onto these people and just what has happened in her life to get her to this point.
Yeah.
And that was what I had to do for this.
Well, and some people forget, every time you play somebody who maybe isn't the most, not necessarily well liked, but somebody who maybe has some different aspects of a character, not necessarily a villain, but the person doesn't think of them as a villain or doesn't think of them as a D, but they are like, no, I'm right. Like this is how it shall be done. So finding those truths in that character, it's so important. So I love that you've done that. Claire, what about you? When you were developing Peggy, what did you think? Oh, I want to delve into this aspect of her life.
Well, first I had to learn the style of the musical and like all the things because I didn't realize how fast paced it had to be, how dramatic it had to be. After that, I like looked at all of the lines and tried saying them different ways, finding what sounded best. And I feel like I can relate with Peggy in a lot of ways, so I'm trying to be myself too.
Sure, yeah, finding those truths in yourself is huge when you can bring a character to life. Being the wide-eyed kind of young lead in an ALT Academy show works really well for the young lead in this show, which I think is great. We should mention that there's a show within the show, right? So 42nd Street is about people putting on a show called, what is it again?
Pretty Lady.
Pretty Ladies. I love it. I think it's so important to know people's process. So thank you guys for sharing that, because I love hearing how you guys develop your characters and different things like that. We should also mention, Carolyn Baum says, it looks so fun, high energy, of course, talking about that commercial. Mabry says, that's so cool. Michaela, there's your director right there. Madam Director says, Carolyn Baum has done some great work for a fun lobby display. Can't wait for everyone to see that too. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited. I love some good marketing. I love some good lobby displays. So Very excited to see that. I love that. Oh my gosh, one of our past alumni as well. He's off in amazing Disney World working hard. Tavy Scholl says, can't wait to see the show. ALT is so special. Very true, Tavy. We miss you at ALT, but the other day he just texted me and it was like, man, he was, I think, in the wings of his show at Disney World and was like, I miss ALT. Like, this is great, but he still was thinking about us, which I love. So kudos to all of you guys who are doing some great things out in the world as well. What have been Carolyn, Ashlyn, and Claire? What have been some of your maybe challenges with this show or these roles that you didn't think would be a challenge? Where you're like, oh, I didn't realize maybe this was going to be something harder than I thought it would be, or maybe the style of the show or the time period, or were there any aspects of challenges that popped up that you guys were not aware of until you got into the thick of it?
Yes, definitely a few.
Yeah. What's that, Ashlyn?
I've never been a lead in a musical before, and that puts a lot of stress on your voice, especially when you have as many musical numbers as are in this show. And so, like, keeping my voice afloat has been
Sure. Keeping that stamina and healthy, and so that way you don't sound tired for the next night. Yeah.
And like that as like my personal, but like as of developing the character, and just the songs are incredible. I love them so much. They're very hard to juggle all of them. And it's just like the style, like you were talking about earlier, or Claire, like you were talking about, it's just a really specific style that takes a lot of practice and coaching to like learn. And then there's a bunch of just little things that you won't think that will be a problem. Like there's this key change in one of my songs that every single time I try, I sharp the note because I'm like, the key change is almost here. It's like, nope, not yet. I got it right last night for the first time.
Yeah. Nice.
So
well done.
Those
yeah, I love that.
I've had
And just think, and you guys don't have school right now. Like, thank God it's the summer, you know what I mean, where you guys can work on this and not have to like wake up at 8 a.m. or be at school at 8 a.m. or whatever time it is. And I mean, that can be hard. Claire, what about you? What are some challenges that popped up that you weren't expecting?
There were certain things about Peggy's character that I didn't fully understand. So like trying to listen to Michaela, but also trying to understand like what Peggy's feeling and what she meant by all of her notes sometimes.
Yeah.
I can get the gist of it, but sometimes like she says this line, like someone says, "You're really good at tapping." She's supposed to say, "I know." I'm trying to say it like eagerly, not like I know.
I love it. Try not to be a brat and try to be like more sincere. I got it. Yeah. One of your production team members, Jeffrey Pickens, says, "These kids amaze me every night."
I love you, Jeffrey.
I know. It's true. He was bragging on you and your production team the other day, and I was just like, yep. Like, and that's what's so hard about sometimes whenever, not being able to see you guys every night or be a part of the show. Now I'm an audience member, and so I'm so excited to see all your hard work pay off tomorrow night and the next 2 weekends. But I do miss seeing the growth of you guys on stage. But it also is just super fun to be an audience member cheering you guys on. So very excited for that. What are you guys hoping when audiences come into ALT, which we should mention, this show, again, is at our ALT Alan Schenkel's main stage theater. If you don't know where that is, here's a great drawing that Cameron Wolf did for us a long time ago. But when you come to the main stage, you're going to sit down. When the audience comes in and sees the show, when they leave the theater, what are you hoping they take away from this show? What do you hope they experience? Claire, let's go with you first.
There's room for everyone. Even if you're new at something or you feel like other people are better at you than something, you can always try. Like I said, my first show was Honk. I started that. I was nervous to talk to people at first. It was like everyone knows everyone, and I only know like 2 people because I know them outside of theater. So that was nerve-wracking for me, but I want people to know that there's always room.
Yeah, I love that. What about you, Ashlyn? What are you hoping audiences take away from the show?
I'm hoping, this seems so clear. Oh, sorry, my cat's here. I don't know if you heard her. She screamed at me. Anyways, as cliche as it sounds, I'm hoping everyone knows that you need to find what your true meaning in life is and pursue it, because it's how much can I say without spoiling the show? I'm trying to think. Hold on.
No, yeah, good. Yeah, no spoiler alerts for sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, definitely not.
But probably just pursuing your dream and finding your purpose. I think
Right,
that's
and just in any way that might be, even if it's not what you expected.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Well, I feel like everyone should come see the show, all ages. I mean, there's great tap dancing numbers, there's great songs, there's a great story. Families should come see this. Wouldn't you agree? Any age can come see the show and
Yeah.
be amazed by
Yeah.
the wonderment of the show and the storyline. We want to remind you, of course, we're talking about 42nd Street runs this weekend and next weekend. That's July 8th through the 17th. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, we have no clue what you're waiting for, but we want you to come see 42nd Street here at the ALT main stage. Of course, call our box office, 806-355-9991. Visit our website, amarillo.littletheater.org, where you can order your tickets. Still some tickets available, not many for tomorrow night's opening night. Still some available for Saturday and Sunday, and of course, next week as well. Carolyn Baum says Ashlyn's actually taking 2 college classes too. Yeah, I did not realize that. So
I am.
in school,
It's
so she's
true.
like, I'm stressed. I love it. I love it. Hugh says, yep, these girls are getting deep. So true. Our Academy kids, they are so smart. I love it. And he says that they will be there opening night. Very excited. There's nothing like an opening night at ALT. I mean, it's just a magical night and a magical experience for not only the cast, but audience members as well. Well, we want everyone, get your tickets. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, get your tickets. Super proud of you, both Claire and Ashlyn, and of course the whole cast. 25 students, all ages from 11 to 18. All of them are absolutely doing a phenomenal job. Claire and Ashlyn, thank you for both being on Thursdays at 3 today. I know Claire's she was like, I'm going to be on. I don't care. I got to get my hair, get ready for tonight's show. So I love that you're like prepping your hair already. I love it. You guys got photos tonight, which would be super excited. Can't wait to see those promotional photos as well. And break a leg tonight, your last rehearsal before audiences come tomorrow. I know. It's always like one more rehearsal. Okay. Just got a little more sweaty, but it's fine. It's gonna be great. You guys are ready. You're prepared. You've been working hard. It's going to be great. And just like Maybe says, this show needs an audience. I love that. That means that you guys are ready for an audience. I think, why not? Let's close out our Thursdays at 3 with that great promo video as well. Just as we wrap up, we want to remind you, of course, get your season tickets. You can do that right now by calling our ALT box office or online on our website. Don't forget, Monday and Tuesday, that's right, this coming Monday and Tuesday, the 11th and 12th, auditions for Significant Other, directed by Terry Wilson over at the ALT Adventure Space. Perusal scripts are available at our box office as well. And then we will have more information coming around the corner for Guys and Dolls auditions right around the corner as well, July 18th and 19th. All right, Claire, Ashlyn, please know that I love you guys. I'm supporting you guys, cheering loud for you. I cannot wait to see the show tomorrow. Please tell the whole cast to break a leg. And you guys are going to just, I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see you guys, hear you guys. It's going to be a great show. So we want you guys to come. Everyone come see 42nd Street. Thanks, Claire. Thanks, Ashlyn. You guys have a good last rehearsal. We're going to end it again with that great promo video. See y'all next week.